close game until half time, and then you got some ascendancy after half time, maybe through Max in the midfield. Did you see it that way?
Yeah, I think our stoppage game got going a bit more. And probably just it was a bit of a real arm wrestle early. If our method going inside 50 wasn't at the level or the method that we wanted and planned, Hawthorn were punishing us the other way, and their turnover game was strong. They got some good territory and metres gained off that. So, we knew it'd be an arm wrestle, and I thought the way we executed at half time just got the players regrouped, focused narrowly on a couple of things, and just thought the boys just had to stick at it, really. Like, we back ourselves in the game from a fitness perspective. We know we can run out games. We've got a good profile, and just sort of one of those ones you just got to keep at it. A bit stronger for longer. Not that it was just I thought it was a game of moments and contests and that ball bobbling around. If we could just be strong and fight forward at critical times and win those critical contests, we started to get a little bit more momentum.
Having Turner developing back, that gave you a chance to throw Petty forward? Yeah,
again, Gunston out. We knew they played three tools at times, but we just thought Pets is a type of player that can play both ends, and we saw an opportunity there to do that. Ask a couple of our defenders, CJ and Housey, to play a bit taller, which gave us that flexibility, and thought today if we could have sort of three tools ahead of the ball for most of the game, it might look favourable for us at different stages. So that, really pleased with the way Pets, every time we've put him forward, and you do worry as a coach, are you not stifling someone's momentum or growth as a player, but asking him to swing a bit, but Pets is pretty selfless. He's happy to do what the team needs, and he's a leader of our footy club, and just wrapped with the way he applied himself to compete forward to the ball.
Sam Mitchell just said that he reckons that you out-hunted and out-worked him today. How did you assess that, and how proud does it make you when an opposition coach believes that that's a difference in the game?
Yeah, extremely proud. I'm very proud and honoured to coach that group of players for us. The game, you can make it as complex as you want. We talk about X and O's a lot, and our method, but at the end of the day, you've got to roll your sleeves up and get to work and hunt. And I think us as a footy club, where we're coming from, if our hunt's not at the level, then it's a harder game to play. So everyone talks about it a lot, but the game demands a certain requirement of that in that area to at least compete. And our players, from a character and integrity point of view, around rolling their sleeves up and just getting to work. And there's a couple of individuals that probably set the tone, and then the rest of the group just sort of follow suit. So, it was certainly, especially the twilight game when it gets a bit dewy, and you need to make sure you can take care of that contest and keep coming back to the ball as well.
Who did you feel set the tone today?
I think Chandler, Sparrow, Steele, those guys around the ball that just keep. I thought even Harry Sharp, like a couple of his contests today. For the athlete that he is in the position he plays, to see the way he commits his body, even Daniel Turner down back, like just driving through contests and taking territory, and driving their legs through ball when it's in dispute, it just really stood out today. So, I could name a few more, but they're probably our leaders that have really stood up in that part and get the game going from that perspective.
You're daring to dream about what might be possible now. You're 7-3. It's a pretty good platform.
Yeah, it is a good platform. It's great recognition and reward for all the work that we've done, and what our coaches have done, our high performance staff, our analysts, just to prepare our group. In terms of daring to dream, I dare to dream that our players believe they can win every game they play in, and today was no different. So internally, our perception is now, we want to win every game of footy we play in. So I don't think looking at our squad or our list at the moment in terms of how many games we've played or how young we are should impact the way the game goes. I think we've got a nice blend, but that 7-3 gives us a good start to now just keep pushing ahead, really. It's a cliche, but we've got the Dogs again in a week's time, and get back to Marvel and play another really high quality team. So we'll just try and take care of that one.
you're getting some really good evidence now after beating sides like Gold Coast and Brisbane and this one tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It's growth for our group, and as a young coach coming in, you love to start well and build belief, and I just feel like I trust my players, and I hope my players trust me and our coaching group to prepare them and make the game as efficient as possible. So yeah, I think it's a collective really. So but I think whatever challenge I've thrown the group at the moment, they've accepted and grabbed it and gone with it, which is really pleasing.
In a weekend, there's a debate whether Collingwood should rest Scott Pendlebury, play Scott Pendlebury. Do you ever take that approach with Max Gawn? Do you think about resting him? Do you think about resting him?
No, not really. I think we're not in a position to be resting players in terms of... But I'd like to think I'm managing Max in-game at the moment with Max Heath playing, and I think you sort of... Maybe when you win a few more games, you can be a bit more strategic around your planning, but we've got a fair few out at the moment as well. So, I think Max is not someone who takes the managing too well, but in saying that, I think in game you can be pretty strategic with what you do, and it helps Max Heath's development as well. But also, it's a long year for the big fella as well, so we want to look after him as much as we can. But if he's ready to play, you'd like him to play as many games as he can.
Sam Mitchell referred to him as the player of this generation.
Oh, really?
Up close now. How do you view that?
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I've spent a lot of years trying to plan against him. I think his story is unbelievable. What he went through early in his career, a couple of knees. I've been amazed with the way he continues to challenge himself to evolve and get better, and his professionalism to keep working and grinding. And it's no surprise now up close you see why, especially me as a ruckman, to see what he does. And he doesn't just want to sit on his hands and say, oh, that's what I've achieved. He's always thinking about what's next, and that's probably helped even his flexibility around spending time forward, and he wants to get after that craft and see if he can impact forward the ball as well. So as a coach, it makes my job easy.
In all those years that you planned against him, was there anything that surprised you the first weeks and months in the job that caught your interest as a former ruckman?
You always knew behind the footy you could market, intercept, get in the way and disrupt from that point of view. And I think you see him now go forward and keeping other ruckmen accountable when he charges forward and have impact ahead of the ball as well. But I think probably up close, just the athlete he is. He gets going. It might take him a while to get going, but you just know he just maintains that level of work rate and grinds out. So if you ever needed to say to him, mate, you need to play a whole quarter, at the fourth quarter, that's something I think he'd grab hold of and look forward to.
Did Max Heath actually go through a head?
I'm not sure. I think he got a knock, but I wasn't sure until I checked in at half time and he was all clear. So he was out there doing running after the game just to top him up because his game time was a bit lower with the role he played today. So no issues there at this stage.
Trent Rivers.
Yeah.
How'd you see his go?
Yeah, really happy. In light of us missing a couple of mids and Caleb Windsor not playing, we needed someone to step up, and Rivs come back now and played a VFL game, got his knee right and back physically where we need him to be. So to have another leader step up and be ready to play and spend time through the midfield, I thought I was really encouraged with the way he went about it today, and just that level of maturity, experience, and just get some power around the ball as well. I thought his stuff around contest was great.
It was 68,000 here today, and it's different Melbourne than it was this time 12 months ago. How justifying and vindicating for you as a coach is it that your footy stacks up to 7-3 and also puts people in safety?
Yeah, I think when you start, I'm never sure how you're going to go from a win-loss perspective. I always wanted to play a brand of footy that was attractive, that our players loved to play, and that people wanted to come and watch. You're not quite sure how that's going to go, but I said from day one I wanted to be a team that could kick 100 points every game and challenge the opposition. And I hope we're playing a brand of footy that people, even neutrals, would come and watch and go, gee, that's exciting to watch, and that's an attractive brand of footy. So hopefully there's a few neutrals here today that, only game at the G so far this weekend, and hopefully they walk away going, that was entertaining. And from my perspective, I want to be box office. I want our club to play on the big stage. I want to play in those games, and obviously we'll have to keep doing it for a bit longer to hopefully get recognised in that manner. But I think our players love playing that brand of footy, and when it gets rolling, it's hard to stop.
Did you have a word to Ed Langdon about giving away the 50 early in the game, pointing up to the...
No, I didn't see that. No, not at all. I was not for that instance. No, I didn't even know what the 50 was for. I didn't know if it was for, on the mark or something else. So I didn't see him point up to the scoreboard. I was really impressed with Ed's game in the second half. I thought he stood up and played like a leader, which was great.
And did you have a word to Cozzy after the game? He had a pretty hard tag for
the
first half.
No, I think we planned for McGuinness coming in and tagging, so he was aware of it. I think it's always something we want Cozzy to back himself in and play and get on the move, and it's just something he's dealing with now, and so he should. I think he's one of the best players in the competition. So as a team, I thought we tried to look after Coz where we could. We got him the ball, we tried to block for him, and you try and manipulate as a coach to get it to work for you. And I think Cozzy's finding out different ways that his teammates and he can help the team as well. So that's to make it work for us.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.
Kenny, this is for you.
There it is.
He's trying to claim the pocket.
See you, Eddie. This is my turf now. Time for you to leave. Very fickle Adelaide supporters there.
Too many supporters
No, they weren't, were
going
they?
against him.